In this next video, we're going to be joining the legendary trooper, first class trooper Jacob Byrd of the Arkansas State Patrol. And Trooper Byrd is going to be pulling over a vehicle that he took notice of while traveling on the interstate. He noticed this late model Dodge Charger speeding with a speed of 100 miles an hour on the access road. And so the trooper exit the interstate in pursuit of this vehicle. And so let's go ahead and get into this video, and afterwards I will come back and give you my commentary. And it looks like we're going to be joining Arkansas State Police, the legendary trooper, first class Jacob Byrd, as he's in pursuit of a late model Dodge Charger. I do believe Trooper Byrd is assigned to the Little Rock, Arkansas area. And he's in pursuit of looks like a Dodge Charger on the access road, running over 100 miles an hour on the access road. And so Trooper Byrd now is trying to catch up with this vehicle as he exits the interstate. For some dumb reason, you got some of these drivers thinking that the access road you can run fast as you want because it's running parallel with the interstate.
Service road. Turn your car off. Hey there, man. I'm Trooper Byrd, State Police. Please not stop this for your driving. I'll turn your radio down. Right. Let me talk. You pass that car on the service road on what's hitting them, and you go over to the left where it's a no lane. It's a no path. The lanes have already merged. And then you get up to over 100 miles an hour down here on the service road in a 45 mile an hour zone. Why, sir, yes, I was doing over 100 trying to catch you. I've got a radar. You weren't doing 80. Let me see your driver's license. Let me see your ID. You're going to end up in the hospital driving the way you are. Why are you trying to get to the hospital? So where you getting to the hospital driving like a fool like that, what is it going to do? It's going to do absolutely nothing. You're going to still be sitting in the waiting room. What is your name? I didn't say you were.
Looks like the trooper took the keys to the vehicle. Most of the time these clowns like this, they like to run off or either flee from the officer as he returns back to his vehicle.
What's going on? Why are you getting out of the car? Alright, then come stand back here and stand. Lean up against my bumper. Just sit up against my bumper and stay there. Just stay right there. Don't move.
I guarantee you this boy is agitated and he's trying to figure out how to get out of this. I guarantee you if he had the chance or the upper hand, he's going to do something to try to get those keys back and run off. Fortunately for this trooper, he did not get that chance.
Hey, whose car is that? Who's standing at the front of my car? I said you couldn't hear me, so I had to speak louder. I'm not yelling at you.
This ain't nothing but an inmate waiting to go to prison. That's all he is. Look how he wears damn clothes. Unbelievable. Hands, halves, off his ass. Nobody wants to see your damn underwear.
Hey, stand in front of my car. Stand in front of my car, please. You're beside it.
Mistake number one. He should have put this guy in. He should have put him in handcuffs and put him in the back seat. Have him detained. Every time you see a suspect itchy like this, he's waiting to do something.
Alright, now I'm in a traffic stop. I'll stand back over here.
And again, we're going to be out on a traffic stop with the legendary trooper Jacob Byrd of the Arkansas State Patrol.
Do you have anything of value inside the car? Let's sit on my bumper. Is there anything of value in here? Like phone, keys, wallet? You have a wallet? Did you want no weapons in the car?
Just like another trooper has pulled up. Looks like he had an open container.
Well, you don't need to drive with alcohol inside the vehicle. He doesn't need to be in the car like that. You can't have an open container with alcohol. More than speed. You passed the car I was sitting on, and you almost hit that car. Yes, you did. I was on the interstate patrol. Yes, you were. You're driving extremely reckless the way you should have been. Sit back there with him for me. Sit back here. Here's why we're so big on speed. Let's say you're out here. Let's not talk about this stop. You're out here going 90 miles an hour. It's rush hour traffic. If someone's not paying attention, looking at their phone, they move over, you swap the back of the car. Even though they cut you off, you're going fast, you're somewhat at fault. That makes sense?
Yeah, I was speeding, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I was just trying to get back to my cousin so I can go to the hospital, man.
I mean, it does.
It's kind of crazy.
If that's trying to get somewhere.
Because I ain't even from here. I got Arkansas ID, but I'm really from Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana for the week. I'm trying to understand the precinct. They want my ID.
Are all those scratches on there when you go pick the car up? See all them scratches on the side? That was on there when you got the car picked up from your friend, or?
So apparently this car belongs to a friend over here, and he's driving it without any license. And so he's going to be free to go because there's no outstanding warrants or anything on him. And since he doesn't have any driving license, they can confiscate the vehicle, and the owner has to come down to the impound yard and claim it.
Scratches or the dents, you probably had to do a body shop for that. It looks like it was sideswiped. You might have hit a pole with a mirror and messed up, so it wasn't in the car.
I feel like somebody came through without a park and did. I ain't gonna lie.
Was that already on there?
So what?
Was all this already messed up? How come you're out driving on no driver's license? No license, speed, or change alcohol. I understand you're saying someone else in the car, but no one else in the car is going to call on you, reach you to the driver. Same time the phone number. The next time we're going to go to see how much everything costs. Once you review everything, call the phone number, give any questions about quarter periods or any questions about citation. You may not be able to with it being an open container. I'll get your ID back to you in just a second. If you have a license, the car's being towed, you can grab your phone and the money and all the other.
Gonna walk. That's how he gonna go. It looks like he's going to be vehicles are going to be towed, and he's being issued several traffic violations, citations.
I'm not trying to get told, man.
We're not doing this because it's you. Every single person we get, whether they have no license, suspended, we told them because you messed up with the crash thing. Let's say you're out driving. You're not involved for a crash.
Yeah.
You have no license. You're screwed.
Well, look, he's still searching. What is he searching?
He's getting your stuff for you.
I can't do this, man. I ain't got nobody else. I'm not from here.
You got an address in Arkansas, don't you?
Man, I'm not from here. They 3-4 hours away, man.
Now the driver seems to be getting combative as he finds out that he's not going to be able to continue driving with his vehicle and no driving license.
Hey, where the keys is?
You go to the tow yard. Go to the tow yard, get the car, get it, drop the money. You're free to go. You're free to go.
Well, you're not
You're over talking to me. You need to leave.
How am I trying?
You don't want to listen. I'll put you in handcuffs and take you to jail. Leave. You can walk over there. I don't care where you go. But you're free to leave. I'm done talking to you.
I don't give a fuck what you doing. Get on.
As you can see, the trooper is trying to de-escalate the situation. This idiot here is too stupid to see that. He continues to want to be combative simply because he's not going to be able to use his vehicle and no driving license. And the vehicle is not even his own personal vehicle. Now he's threatening the officers. I knew this was coming.
Stop.
I'm trying to you.
Stop.
I'm trying.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm trying to leave. What the fuck?
Why you leave?
Bro, man, put my card in my pocket, bro. What you mean? I tried to leave, bro. I'm just telling you, you're being disrespectful to me, bro. Man, I don't give a fuck. What the hell? You ain't even got on no body cam. What the hell? Man, I ain't shit in my pocket, man. Get on here, baby. Yes, bro. Put my money in my pocket, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're being disrespectful, and I ain't even be disrespectful to you. That's what I'm telling you. You're not treating me with respect that I'm treating you, man. That's what I'm telling you. How am I gonna walk out there like that?
We told you we gave multiple chances. You're the one that's escalating this situation. And we said
Talking about shit, and I'm talking to you in bad for nothing. You know about none of this. Yes, you is about respect, bro. And you talking to me like I'm so I'm saying he ain't got no body cam on. What the fuck?
Oh, everybody can.
Man, bro, you supposed to.
No, we ain't.
Yes, you supposed to wear a body cam.
There's a law on that.
Man, what you mean where's the law in it?
Show me the
What
law.
do you mean?
There's no law.
I bet. We gonna see. On my mama. We gonna see.
I was too stupid to understand that the camera is on the patrol unit. That's why he had you to stand in front of the patrol unit so he can keep you on camera.
You let this shit get over your head. I can tell you a bitch without that bad. My mama, you good. So, let me catch without it. Beat your ass. My mama beat your motherfucking ass. Even me, goddamn, you telling y'all, goddamn, you trying to put me in the bed. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm going to bed. You got grabbing my neck and shit like, bro, come on, bro. Y'all be goddamn taking that shit overboard, bro. I told you 3 times that I'm going to.
And once again, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And I'm your host, John Chaff. And as you just seen in this video, we had the trooper the legendary trooper, first class trooper, Jacob Byrd of the Arkansas State Police, as he pulled over a late model Dodge Charger that was speeding on the access road following the interstate. Trooper Byrd was cruising along the interstate when he noticed this, looks like this bluish color Dodge Charger speeding at an excess of 100 miles an hour through about a 45 to 50 miles an hour zone, which is ludicrous. So the trooper pulled over the vehicle driven by a young black male, only to find out that this individual, not only was he speeding, but he didn't have no driving license. And so as the trooper conducted his traffic stop, you had a young lady come across the street or the access road to engage with the driver of the vehicle. And the trooper informed that she needed to move on, simply because he was in the middle of a traffic stop and she was impeding his duties. And so she did. And as you notice, another trooper pulled up. And if you notice, the driver getting in and out of his vehicle, walking back and forth, seemed to be agitated or either getting combative with the trooper. And that was a clear sign of the way this driver was conducting himself, that he was trying to work up the nerves to do something crazy, maybe attack the trooper or try to get into some kind of confrontation to where he can get those keys back. Because the trooper took the driver's vehicle key fob, and that kept him from jumping back in the vehicle and speeding off. So that was a pretty smart move on the part of the trooper to confiscate this guy key fob, because that's usually what these guys do. You can always tell the type of individual that you're dealing with when you see him dressed like this, pants hanging half off his ass. Nobody wants to see your damn underwear, man. Put your pants up and comb your hair. Nobody want to see that. And so for some reason or another, you get these young people today, they think it's cool, it's a fashion trend to go around looking and carry themselves in this manner. Pants hanging off of your ass, your drawers showing. Man, I would be embarrassed. And like I said, they think it's a fashion trend, and when it's not. That actually started in prison. And trust me, I know, because not only was I a patrol officer or a patrol deputy, I also worked in a state prison. And in most cases, inmates, at least the institution where I worked, they had on all white, the inmate stench on the back of his shirt, and usually some kind of a number identified him. And so due to the different contrabands and things like that we find in prison, in most cases, inmates are not allowed to have a belt, simply because they will make a weapon out of it. So if you had an inmate and his pants was too big, in most cases he's going to walk around and his pants are going to be falling down and hanging off his butt. And like I said, this is due to security preventions while working in an institution. Like I said, because they take anything and make a weapon out of it. I have seen some take a darn toothbrush and make a weapon out of a toothbrush. I see some make a weapon out of a hair comb or a hair pick or a hairbrush. These clowns, they have nothing else to do but to serve their time. And they have all this time on their hand. And in most cases, they're not going to participate in any kind of activities to make their time go by just that much smoother. If you are a working man, we have work details for inmates that qualify for those programs, and that helps to pass along time not a lot faster than just sitting around all day in a cell or in a dormitory. And so we take these items from the inmates, belts, combs, picks, stuff like that, but still somehow they come up with some kind of prison shank that they make. It's just like we walking around in the free world, and we are able to bear arms. And those that are legally to carry firearms, they can carry firearms like I do myself. And nowadays we have states like Alabama, which is the state I'm living in, which is an open carrier state. So that means that we do not necessarily have to walk around with a gun permit, whether we are open carrying it or it's concealed. The governor finally passed that law, which is probably long overdue. And so these inmates, man, when they in prison, they walk around with a shank. And I can understand the concept. They walk around in the shank because they are dealing with other individuals or other inmates that might have a grudge on you. And believe me, the one that have a grudge on you, he's going to have himself a shank. And so you being the innocent one, if you don't have a shank or something to protect yourself, you could be in serious trouble one day. And so this is why we do not allow them to have things like BEPs, toothbrushes, hair combs, because they make weapons out of them. And so you see these young people walking around today with clothes halfway hanging off of their butts because they think it's a fashion trend, when it's really not. It's something that started in a institution, and I just gave you the reason why. And so this should be food for thought for some of you young guys as I am. And you're carrying yourself in this manner, walking around with your clothes half off your butt, like this guy did in this video. And so he got mad and started getting combative when he found out that he was going to have to walk the rest of his way wherever he was going. And the owner of the vehicle actually had to come and retrieve the vehicle from the impound yard. And so all this war, and then the guy ended up getting arrested after they told him he can leave. He can go, and he can accept that. He had to get even more combative, started getting belligerent, and then started threatening the trooper. How you gonna sit there and go through all of this when this man letting you go, and you can walk the rest of your way, or you can call somebody to come pick you up? If you don't have anybody to come pick you up, nobody to call, that's on you. That's your problem. You put yourself into that situation. One, you should have never been in somebody else's vehicle, and you do not have the proper documents or identification to drive this guy's vehicle. And so actually I thought at one while that the vehicle was stolen, but it wasn't. And so whoever owns this vehicle, they're going to have to come back and retrieve it, and they can simply do so by just showing that they are driving license, and their registration is it's the same as the driving license. But this clown got arrested, and I'm glad he did. And watching videos like this, man, I tell you, it brings back not so fond feelings or memories dealing with individuals like this. As you can see, the trooper was trying to de-escalate the situation. Something about walking away from this guy, but he just kept on talking. So he ended up in handcuffs. And a lot of times they want to holler police brutality and all that kind of stuff. Well, there was no police brutality. The only brutality was him. And they only do that to these white officers. The damn heck. They don't do that to them black officers. Black officers will knock you out. If you black and he black, and you go talking like that, he will knock you out. Before you know it, he will knock you out. You ain't finna talk like that and disrespect me like that. And so bravo to the troopers for bringing this to a safe conclusion. Arkansas, man, Arkansas State Police, State Patrol, or State Troopers, whatever you call them. Those guys do not play. And I always say the Arkansas State Patrol, Georgia State Patrol, and Florida State Patrol, those state agencies you do not want to mess with. They are well trained, and they are not going to take any crap off of anybody. And so again, kudos to Arkansas State Police for bringing this pursuit to a safe conclusion. And with that said, that's going to end out this video. Once again, we thank you for watching, and we ask you to continue to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you will know when we are doing a upload. Again, that's going to do it for this video. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.